Hi again, just a quick midweek video really, just a bit of a catch up in the shed. A few things have changed actually. The two haters have now gone. They went quick actually, both of them went and they did all right, so a bit more I can put into the projects. We'll have a look around the shed in a minute. It's a little bit messy at the moment. I've been having to put some of my work stuff in here and then moving in and out because I've been doing different type of jobs, and ladders have got to go in and then the mowers come out and then the mowers go back in, the ladders come back out. Bit of a nightmare at the moment. Things are just gone mad with work, but I'm trying to sort of do bits around that. So I'll just turn you around and we'll have a look at a couple of things. So firstly, the Puch is still in here, the purple Puch. I've been using this in the weekends. I've been going around local villages and countryside and that, and there will be another video of that coming up soon. I've already done one, and yeah, I'm going to do another one of them. I want quite a nice ride on it. Yeah, Sunday it was. Yeah, it's going great. Tick over, still a little bit slow, just got to tweak that up a little bit, but apart from that everything's sort of okay with it. So yeah, I'm enjoying that, but it can't really stay in here. It's beginning to get in the way in here, because I want to get on with mowers and the Yamaha. I want to get on with that so they can stay in here, but this, yeah, it's done. So well, good enough for how I want it at the moment. Like I said before, maybe in the future I'll strip it and do a real sort of restoration job on it, but at the moment it's not too bad, and it's perfectly okay to use. So yeah, so I'm enjoying that, but that has got to find a new home in one of the other sheds. I might get a scooter back in here and put this where the scooter was. Might do something like that, but yeah, I'm lacking room. I want to put up another shed, but with work busy I can't get around to that at the moment. But the area's dug out for the other shed, and that's where this is going to go, and the Yamaha will go in the end, the scooter will go, they'll all go over there in there. So yeah, that's where we're at with the Puch. And what else have we got in here? We've got a quail cast lawnmower. Sure whether you've seen this one. Got to do a few little bits to it. Yeah, getting on with that quite well. Just got to do a few little bits, and I've dragged these out of my unit. Mountfield SP474, and I'm not sure what this one is. It is it says on there S46 461RPD, and then there's another number underneath. Whatever, it's a Mountfield roller, but I'm not sure the drive's any good on that or not. I'm hoping it is. If you can see the hole there, no drive cable in it, but the belt was hanging on it, so I'm not sure really what's going on there. So what I'm going to do initially is just get it up and running, because I think, yeah, the carb's missing off that, but I've got an engine with a carb on. So the plan for that is to just basically get a blade on it, get a carb so it's running, and then just hook any old cable just to pull it, just to see if it's got a bit of life in the drive. When I've done it manually, just underneath, I've moved a little lever and sort of turned it. It did turn, so we'll see. Got the bag and everything for that one, which is there. I've got a bag for the Mountfield as well, but that's different colour. But what I'm going to do is change the red top to a black top, and then change the flap the same colour as the box, so it won't look out of the way, because it would have done leaving the red one on. That's how I'm going to go about that, because it's the only box I've got. A new addition to the shed, compressor. I'm going to do a separate video on that, so I'm not going to go too much into that, but that's a nice little tool. It's going to replace that one, but you'll be seeing a video of that soon. The pressure washer, I think I mentioned that in the last shed video. That is still, I haven't touched it, to be honest. I've got to. I'll do the carb on that. Yamaha, I keep thinking I'm going to get on with it more, make an order for some bits and that. But what I think I'm going to do now, I was going to sort of take the engine out, because it's got a couple of oil leaks. I was going to take the engine out and actually sort the engine out first. But what I think I'm going to do now, it never had a chain on it. And I bought sprockets and chains for it. Let's uncover it a minute, so we can at least look at what we're talking about. And what I'm going to do, even though the sprocket's on there, I'm going to put the new ones on, and put the chain on, just so I can basically try it, see if it moves along, see if the clutch is good, see if everything else is okay, because I don't want to really get too involved in this one. I just want to get this one up on the road, and so it's usable. It's got a it's got the I've got the registration document now. I've been sorting out a speedo for it, which will just bolt on there, I believe. yeah, there. So I've got the bracket for that and everything now. I've been working on the front wheel for the speeder. There'll be a video of that coming up because I filmed that. I haven't got a side cover there. They are really hard to get. It doesn't really matter to sort of try it for a start, but I wanted to try it up my dad's, and because he's got a bit of room around there, like a field there, and yeah, try that out and see what it's like, really, and see that everything's works. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to go get too involved with it. I'll do any seals that got to be done, do any gaskets got to be done. I think the little end bearing is a little bit noisy. I'll do that, so I will drop the engine for that, give the frame a good clean down, but I'm not going to get too involved now. I think it's okay, sort of in its sort of state it's in its original state. I might just paint up the bit of the frame where it's scratched a little bit and things like that, and the tank might get a job on it because it's got a dent on it, and I don't believe that's the right tank for it. I don't think that's the right tank. I think that I always thought that come off of DT, because I'm sure they never had on the MX that decal setup. I think it should just have on this model, because it's 1980, just an MX on there, which you can buy. But I need to get that dent out, and I'm going to try and push that out with one of them pump things to push it out, like be like a blood pressure pump thing to push that out. So so I get that out a bit, and then yeah, the tank might get a paint job on it, but basically there isn't any other paint much on it. And I have got to sort out the lights. I've bought a lighting coil, so hopefully it fits. I think it will. And I bought the brackets for the headlight, proper ones off of DT, because the MX obviously never had one because it wasn't an on-road bike, but this can be. What else? Backlight as well. I can get one of them with the number plate bracket and that on, so that's okay. Have to sort out some sort of brake light, but that shouldn't be too bad to do that. And yeah, it needs some tyres on it. So yeah, but initially just want to try it off-road just to see what it's like, and clutch works and everything. I think the clutch isn't brilliant, but it does, well, it doesn't feel like it's, I don't know if the handle's bent or whatever, but you can see it is actually working. So it might need adjusting up, it might just work how it is. We'll see. Yeah, I like this, and yeah, I want to get on with it, but time isn't allowing at the moment. And then I like to try and fund stuff in the shed with repairing mowers and what I get for them. So basically, I've got to get on with them at the moment to make more money. I need to make an order for the silver Puch parts, because I have actually been getting on with the silver Puch a little bit. There'll be a video of the engine strip down on that coming up, and I'll just show you something now. Yeah, this is what I wanted to show you. This engine is off of the silver Puch, the one I call Sylvia, and it's of the 1976, the year I was born, this one. So this one is going to be done up to, well, to be honest, it will look almost like new, if not like new, but I wanted the engine to look like new. So I've read a lot about and heard a lot about vapor blasting, so I did a search around, and there was a bloke who's quite local to me, so I inquired, and yeah, you can see he's done it. He's just starting up. Nice bloke. I had a good chat with him about these, and actually there was a gardener there, and he said he was jealous because I had a Puch. He wanted one, and he said he's got a big motorbike and all that, and they want a Puch. Anyway, you can see how nice they look. That's the side clutch cover. That's the top of the engine. That's the bottom, and there's the cylinder head. And there's a head. Only problem I've got, there's nothing to do with this. It's looked great, and I'm well happy with it. But when I took it apart, I think I mentioned in the video actually of taking it apart, there's a bracket missing, which I think should be there, and it's to do with the decompression. Well, to be honest, you don't really need a decompression valve on these anyway. You know, if you have to be really, really weak to need it, really. So I'm thinking about doing away with it. Where it does it goes in there, so I've got to block that hole up. There is a thread in there. If I can get a bolt that thread and then grind it off and everything in there, and then block that hole up with the gasket, that should actually do it, because that hole's just to lubricate the decompression valve. So I think that's what it's for. And I don't need that, and so I don't have to mess around with the bracket, because what someone had done, which side is it? There, they drilled 2 holes to make a makeshift bracket. So I'll just fill them up because they don't go anywhere. I haven't done any harm, they're just there. Part of the history of it. And they've done a little hole there as well. I don't know what that's about, but I'm just going to fill it in with a bit of chemical metal and just, yeah, because they don't need to be there. And also as well on this head, because they were very lazy, or they had the wrong spanner totally, they cut a bit out of the head to get to that bolt. I wasn't gonna actually have the heads done, but in the end I thought the bore's brilliant. It's really good, that bore, for the age of it. And I was thinking that's just part of the history of it, as with them little holes as well. So I was thinking, why not, you know, keep the original head, and if that's like that, it's just part of the history of it, part of someone's bodge up in the past. But yeah, I'm really pleased with that. So that saved me a lot of work. I could have polished it for hours and hours and hours and hours, and I still wouldn't have got that finish. I could have, if I had my sandblasting set up, I could have blasted it dry, because mine's just a dry sandblaster, and then I could have it would have left a rough finish, and I could have sprayed it, which would have sort of, I suppose, give similar effect. But this is like the natural look, like from vapor blasting. It's actually give like the natural sort of satin finish. So I think that looks nice. He treated me fair as well. You know, it's one of them projects that when I finished it, it'll cost me more than I could have bought a good Puch for, but I'd struggled to get one. Well, I've seen a few R-Edge ones, which mine is, but at the end of the day, I've got an R-Edge one and I can do it, get it done up, and I know I've covered everything on it. The tank will be sealed. That's already done. The video's back in my videos. Yeah, I've cleaned and sealed that. The body hasn't been sandblasted or anything yet, but that'll be the next step. And the engine will look really, really nice, because this will be the top part of it. So that's how you'll be seeing it, and that look really nice. So yeah, this one won't go out much. This will be the one that stays sort of undercover and just gets used a few times a year, really. It's just I wanted to have something the year I was born, motor vehicle of some sort the year I was born. And yeah, and I've got Pearl, the Puch there, so I've got that to use. And then I've got the other one I've bought, which I haven't really shown you anything about yet, which I will do. I'll just have a video of that. But this one has got the added bonus of the suspension on it, but this isn't an R-Reg, this is an M-Reg, 1974, so it's a couple of years older. So so that'll be my runabout one for the time being anyway, and this one will be more just like the show looking one. So I bought a lot of new parts for it. I'll go through that. I'm not going to make too much of this video as a Puch video, but I just wanted to show you this because I was really pleased. And yeah, the bloke's just starting up. Got some great gear to do this with. And yeah, he did a really good job. I think did a cracking job. I'm well pleased with it. It's a really nice finish. You can see he went the extra mile to, you know, getting all the little bits like down there. He's done a good job. He actually even said, was it down there or down? It could have been down in there. He said he could have even gone further with that, but it would took more time. But to be honest, I think it looks pretty spot on. I can't see why he needed to have gone any further. But you know, he's a bit of a perfectionist, so that's always good when you take things to someone that's a perfectionist. And yeah, like I said, the price was fair as well, so saved me a lot of work, and it's really clean now, ready to fit back together. Let's just turn that bit over as well. So I've got the new bearings, got to go in there and everything. But I'm not actually going to go on any further about this, because at the end of the day, this isn't a Puch video, and I'll keep all this to a separate video just to give an update, really. So yeah, so my aim for this week, hopefully, is to get them 2 mowers done this week, so I can try to get them for sale at the weekend, if not before. So hopefully I can find some time tomorrow to do that, because it's nice to keep moving them on. Once you start sell a few, it's nice to keep it moving, and then it will help with the Puch and Yamaha and what else. And I'll just turn you around actually. yeah, still pretty warm. Pretty seems sweating a bit. It's quite warm in the shed. And yeah, I must get on. I've been trying to get sort of a bit straight in the sheds and with the mowers and everything to get on with the camper a little bit. And I must get on with the camper. I want to use it really this between sort of July and sort of September. I at least want to go away once or twice in it really. I'm not worried about the bodywork so much now. I'll just tidy that up. Go over with some of that white primer I use. I forget what it's called. It's an etch primer, but it's a 2-in-1 type thing, and I find it good stuff. And I'll just go over the bit of that so it's white, so it'll match in with the rest of the bodywork, so it just all looks white, but it just won't be shiny. But I've got to do the front brakes on that. That'll be my job the weekend. I'm gonna clean up the bits, what I've got weld. There's some painting, like what we did last year. I think I showed you on the last video around the back where the bumper would go. That's all sort of been repaired and in red oxide. I'm going to get Laura just to brush over that with some white paint, some sort of metal paint stuff, hammerite or something similar, because it's all hidden under the bumpers, and it's never going to be pristine, but it'll be tidy and it'll be protected under there, and that's good enough. I could mess around with a spray gun and that on it, but I'm not going to bother because it's not seen and it's going to have good protection on it. And I've left it all winter and it stayed spot on with that red oxide on. So yeah, I'm pleased with how that is. And we painted some of the driver's side sill. There's just a bit of a repair at the back and a bit at the front, so that's got to be done. 4 bits of welding, I think, if I remember rightly. One of them very small, one near the side loading door. I think I mentioned that quite a lot. That's just got to be tidied up on the corner, but that's a bit more involved. There's a little bit on the inner arch on the driver's side at the back, front part of the arch, and a little bit on the sill. So yeah, it shouldn't take me too long once I crack on and get on with it. It's actually just getting on with it. Inside's okay. I give it a bit of a tidy up, got some junk out of it, had a bit of an organise the other week in it, and yeah, I need to get on with that. I need that on the road, because it's just like a sitting duck at the moment. It's just been there for so long. So yeah, that will be hopefully, I'm not sure whether it'll be this weekend, but the weekend afterwards. I hope to have Friday off as well, so I can have a good day on it on Friday, see if we can get some of these jobs ticked off the list. But I'll bring you along with me to watch that, so there'll be a bit of car repair action. And yeah, that's about it really. I've still got loads of mowers in the unit in the garage. I've got no, you won't have seen a video before, but I've got a job lot video coming up that actually them 2 mount fields, I show you, were in it. And I think the quail cast was as well. And I think one of the haters was as well, but that's gone already. So yeah, so good. Some getting out of the way, but my unit's in a mess again now. I've got to get them sorted. But problem is I'm short of grass bags, so I've been trying to find the grass bags for the various mowers, but a bit hard going at the moment. But yeah, we'll work on it, see what ones we can save. I need to get busy, but with hard days at work, it's not always easy. But anyway, I'm getting quite hot now. You can probably see me sweating, so I'm going to leave the video here. Hope you enjoyed this little sort of catch up in the shed. Things have moved on, like you've seen with the Puch parts, so that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to get the tub for all the bits for that and see the odd couple of bits I need. I need some sealer to stick it together. You like some grey sealer stuff, and I need a little end. It's not actually a bearing on that, it's like a little sleeve thing, and I need one of them as well because I think mine's a little bit worn. So they're the 2 things I think I need. I think I've got the rest. I've got the gasket sets and everything, so should be good to go. So I'll get that done and put it in a box ready to go on the moped when it's painted. It's the plan anyway. So things are moving on slowly, but it all takes time, it all costs money. So yeah, so that's where we're at. So hope you enjoyed this little catch-up video, and I'll be along with another video again soon. So bye for now.